Okay, let me start with a question for you. Would you believe me if I told you that there's a creature right now swimming in the ocean that can grow an entirely new body?
A whole new body.
Yes, a fully functioning organism. We're talking a new cardiac system, a new nervous system,
Yeah.
everything, all from just one single severed limb.
It really does sound like something straight out of science fiction.
Yeah.
But our deep dive today is looking at sources that confirm this is very, very real.
Exactly.
We're talking about the astonishing regenerative power of the sea star, what most of us just call the starfish.
And that's our mission for this deep dive. We
Hmm.
want to go beyond the usual fun facts and really understand the biology here. This isn't just about healing a cut.
Not even close.
We're talking about creating a whole new living thing from what basically looks like a scrap. So we're going to unpack this almost cloning ability, and see why scientists think the starfish is a vital key to understanding tissue regeneration for all life.
And it's so important to grasp the scale of this. I mean, most people know the basics, right?
Sure, a starfish loses an arm, it grows it back.
Exactly. Which is impressive, no doubt. But the real biological marvel, the thing our sources dive into, is the reverse. It's that lost arm becoming a completely new, totally separate creature.
It's a full systemic restart. So let's just start with that main claim because it is so counterintuitive. The core fact from the research, and it's a real jaw-dropper, is that certain species of sea stars can regenerate their entire body from just one of their arms.
And this is where we have to sort of recalibrate how we think about biology.
What do you mean?
Well, when we think of regeneration, we might think of a flatworm you can cut in half or, a salamander regrowing a tail.
Okay.
But a starfish is a complex animal. It has specialized tissues, a distinct body plan, internal organs. To suggest that a single detached piece can just reconstruct all of that complexity, it really challenges the biological hierarchy we just assume exists in more complex animals.
Yeah, if you try to apply that to, say, a dog or a cat, it becomes absurd. I mean, a mammal loses a limb, the limb is just, it's dead tissue.
Worse.
The whole system assumes the core command center has to survive. But the starfish seems to have found a cheat code for that.
It really does. It suggests the entire blueprint for the organism is somehow distributed. It's not all held centrally.
So the information is redundant, stored everywhere.
In a way, yes. It's a kind of data redundancy that most vertebrates, like us, simply don't have access to anymore.
But wait a minute, you mentioned a key component. If that blueprint is all through the arm, why is any other part necessary?
This is that critical condition, right? The detail that separates simple repair from total renewal.
That's an excellent point, and that's exactly where the science gets really focused. The research is very clear. It is not just any severed arm that can suddenly build a new creature.
There's a catch.
There is a catch, a vital ingredient. The source material spells it out. The arm has to stay attached to a part of the central disc.
Ah, so that's the key. It's not just the arm tissue, it's that little piece of the original core.
Precisely. So that fragment of the central disc is like the master key that unlocks the whole process. If the arm is cut off cleanly, no disc.
No new starfish.
Wow.
Yeah. And it confirms that while the regenerative potential might be in the arm, the trigger, the actual instruction set, is in that disc fragment.
So what's in the disc?
Well, think of the central disc as the animal's torso. It's the hub. It's where the nerves meet, where the main vessels are. And crucially, it's probably where key reservoirs of stem cells are located. So that tiny fragment is believed to hold the specialized cells or the right molecular signals to kick off such a radical systemic restart.
It's like the boot drive, not the whole
Well,
computer.
that's a great analogy, yes.
So once the arm has that critical fragment, what happens? Does it just sit there for a year?
No, the sources suggest it's actually remarkably efficient. The moment that piece is secured, the cellular machinery just shifts into rebuild mode. The arm immediately starts building a new organism, beginning with the missing parts of the central disc.
It knows what it's missing.
It has a kind of systemic awareness. It's like it says, okay, I've got the core instructions, I've got the DNA, I'm missing everything else, begin construction.
Which brings us to the really fascinating part, decoding that biological blueprint. The end result is a completely new starfish, a perfect functional copy. So let's get into the how.
The how is where the real magic is. I mean, this is so much more than just cells dividing. The core process the research talks about is that the organism cells have to reorganize themselves.
Reorganize themselves. What does that actually mean?
It means we're talking about massive cellular reprogramming.
So a cell that used to be, I don't know, part of the arm skin
Right.
suddenly decides it needs to become part of a nervous system.
Yeah.
Or heart.
Exactly that. And that capability for a cell to completely change its job in an adult body is what's so revolutionary.
Because our cells, for the most part, once they choose a job, they stick with it for life.
They have what's called fixed differentiation. Starfish cells, on the other hand, seem to de-differentiate.
They become generic again.
Yes, they shed their adult identity and then they re-differentiate into entirely new complex cell types. It's like they become stem cells again, but only temporarily.
It's like taking a bricklayer on a construction site and asking them to instantly become the lead architect.
And they can do it perfectly on demand.
Terrible.
And look at what they're building. It's not just simple tissue to fill a gap. They are building complex, intricate systems. The sources are specific. They form a functional heart, nervous system, and new arms.
This isn't just patching a hole.
No, this is total systemic architecture. From scratch.
Okay, so to build a heart and a nervous system from cells that were once just arm parts, that requires the whole blueprint to be reactivated flawlessly. How do scientists think the cells coordinate this? How does one cell know to become a nerve and another to become part of the stomach?
That is the big question right now, the million-dollar question. It seems to involve something called positional memory.
Positional memory.
Right. Every cell in a regenerating system needs to know where it is, what its neighbors are doing, so it knows what part of the body to build. In the starfish, that little piece of the central disc gives it that first orientation. It's like the North Star for the whole operation.
So the fragment isn't just a trigger, it's also a directional beacon, a scaffold.
Both. It likely emits specific signaling molecules, they're called morphogens, that tell the surrounding cells what to become and where to go. It's a distributed system, but that disk fragment holds the kernel, the core program that executes the whole thing.
Wow. It's almost like cellular communism. All the cells share the information and can do any job required for the collective.
That's one way to put it. And that profound mechanism is what brings us to the why it matters. This connects this weird, amazing biological process back to much bigger scientific goals far beyond the ocean floor.
Right.
As one source notes, this ability seems to violate everything we know about bodies, especially how permanent cell roles are supposed to be in an adult.
Because if the starfish can do this radical reprogramming, it forces us to rethink everything. It suggests that the rigidity in our own cells, the reason we scar instead of healing perfectly, might not be a hard biological limit.
It might be an evolutionary choice.
Our cells have just learned to stay in their lane, so to speak.
Exactly. When a starfish regenerates, it's flawless. It's perfect tissue replacement. When we get a serious injury, our body often just fills the gap with scar tissue. It's a quick patch job, but it's weaker and doesn't have the original function.
So the starfish is a living model for scar-free healing.
And complex organ replacement.
Okay, so why the starfish specifically? I mean, we know about other amazing regenerators like the axolotl. They can regrow a whole leg.
That's a crucial distinction. The axolotl is phenomenal, yes, at regrowing a limb bone, muscle, nerves. A complex structure.
But it's still a limb.
It's still a limb. The starfish does something more fundamental. It rebuilds the central systemic core, the internal organs, the central nervous system. That's a whole new ballgame.
Rebuilding a heart.
Rebuilding a heart from a fragment is what is so unique and so relevant to fields like, cardiology and neuroscience.
That's the core insight then. Scientists are studying the starfish to understand the secrets of tissue regeneration. And it's all about unlocking secrets that could, potentially, revolutionize human medicine.
Absolutely. We're talking about repairing severe damage, maybe regrowing organs, treating diseases where tissue damage is currently just irreparable.
Because it just scars over.
Right. So if we can isolate the specific signals coming from that piece of the central disc, the signals that tell the arm cells, okay, time to de-differentiate, reorganize, and build a heart.
Yeah.
Then we could potentially hold the key to activating similar processes in us.
That's the hope.
Because humans do have some regenerative ability, right? Our liver can repair itself, skin heals, so the basic machinery is there.
It is. The question is, why is the switch locked in the off position when it comes to something like a spinal cord or a heart?
And the starfish is like the master key, showing us what's biologically possible. Its cells have this incredible plasticity. So researchers are focused on identifying the specific genes, the transcription factors that get activated by that central disc fragment. If we can learn to manipulate those same pathways in human cells, well, we might just overcome the limitations that lead to permanent injury.
It really just highlights how much we still don't know about the fundamentals of life. You think we have it all mapped out, and that a creature like the starfish shows you that some of the basic rules are, well, they're optional.
They are.
It gives you hope that maybe the human body isn't as limited by nature as we think, but just by our current understanding of its own instruction manual.
It shifts the whole paradigm from can we engineer an external fix to can we unlock a dormant internal ability?
Which is a profoundly exciting prospect.
Yeah.
So, to quickly summarize our deep dive into the secrets of the sea star, we've learned that total regeneration is possible from a single limb, but there's a catch.
A critical catch. That limb has to hold on to a tiny fragment of the central disc.
And that disc piece acts as the trigger.
The biochemical trigger, yes. It kicks off a massive process of cellular reorganization. And this isn't just minor repairs. The cells build an entirely new, fully functioning organism.
Complete with complex structures like a nervous system and a cardiac system.
It's a total systemic rebuild from a fragment. And the lessons we're learning from this are now being applied to understand regeneration in all life, including ours.
Which leaves us with a final thought for you to take away.
If the secret of the starfish is the cell's ability to forget its current job, to stop being an arm cell and reorganize into a whole new system like a heart, what does that suggest about the untapped, dormant potential that might be locked away inside of us?
Is the code to build a new organ already written into our own DNA,